finest in vinyl siding, rain gutters, overhangs, storm and replacement windows, even patios and decks, trust in the experts at Ultimate Siding and Gutters. In addition to being licensed and insured, our technicians are also friendly and courteous, performing hassle-free service and installation at affordable rates. Plus, we provide free estimates for commercial and residential structures. Our entire staff will exceed your expectations. For the ultimate in siding, gutters, and much more, call Ultimate Siding and Gutters today.
One area of our business where we impact the local communities pretty heavily is the school systems. So we work for school systems all over the northern part of the state of New Jersey. We operate their water systems, their wastewater systems. We do a lot of their permitting and compliance work, and we ensure that the water that the kids drink is clean. We go out and do the sampling to ensure that it's not contaminated. And we also treat the wastewater that's being generated at a lot of these facilities as well before it gets discharged to the environment. So we are supporting the local community through supporting the boards of education and the local school systems.
The Racing Revolution goes off track, but is still on the road course, that is, as Simtrax Broadcasting brings you the All About Bugs 113. Patrick Morrison here in the booth with Stella. Last week was a short one, length of track to be exact, one of the smaller tracks on the circuit for the Racing Revolution League, where everyone tuned in for the Echo Electric Supply 200 at Iowa. In case you missed it, here's a quick recap. Robert Rader put another mark on the win column as he only extends his lead heading into the playoffs. Logan Romney came in second place after a late contact with Rader in some of the final laps, and Justice Murphy came third after a gutsy call with only a two-tire pit stop with less than 20 laps to go. The most notable part of that race was the contact between Alex Forjet Berube and Trevor Earhart, and we'll see these guys out there on the track here tonight. Late into that race at Iowa, entering turn 1, Berube shot down to the bottom of the track, and before Earhart's spotter could say Carlo, the two of them connected. Berube's night ended there, but Earhart definitely had his feelings heard on the track. Temperatures have calmed down, but not all is forgotten. And if you think that was chaos, wait till you see what is in store tonight. 3.5 miles and not in an oval. Last road course we visited was Road America, and Parker Johnston won that one. Tonight will be Justice Murphy's race to lose, which he desperately needs a win for the playoff lock instead of the points to make it in. This track actually having the double chicane here at the Daytona Roval is going to be one here to beat for the All About Bugs 113, guys. The track will have a double chicane, and which has caught every single driver off guard, especially your favorite one out there, Sean Lattin. And we'll see how he can get that going on. But Stella, tell me a little bit about the chicanes here tonight.
Well, they've definitely changed over the years. I mean, they are always taking into consideration both the cars and the two-wheeled racers that run this track. They have lengthened them. They've elongated one of them that's now called the bus stop back in the 80s. And just recently, in 2022, the chicane on the backstretch was renamed the Le Mans chicane. And conversely, Le Mans now has a chicane called the Daytona.
Alrighty, as qualifying is commencing right now, we'll kind of look through what we've got lined up for you guys here tonight. We obviously see where that double chicane from the top and down toward the bottom left. That's where you're going to see, I would assume, most of the damage here tonight. 32 laps are going to be on the books here for tonight. Stage break will be at lap 10, and I promise you, a lot of guys are thinking about tires, but word through the grapevine is tires are an option here. It may or may not. We saw how Justice Murphy, for a pit stop, not unchecking the tires, lost him that race. And Parker Johnson was able to pull away with over an 8 to 10 second win there. 5 sets of tires, and actually interesting to see out there enough is actually it'll be $20 to win for a winner out here, and $20 to a random finisher. So that's going to be really awesome for our drivers out here tonight. You know what, Stella, tell me a little bit about All About Bugs, as we're going to try to see if I can take a look here at Justice Murphy out there on the track.
Okay, wonderful. Well, All About Bugs is our sponsor for this evening for this race, and they have provided pest and termite control since 2012 in and around the Sevierville, Tennessee area. Their top priority is to provide effective pest and termite control solutions for your residential or commercial property. So, depending on your needs, an All About Bugs Tennessee pest control expert can create a protection plan that guarantees pest protection 365 days a year. Sounds good to me. No matter how large or small your property, a pest free environment is their goal. So, for a free pest control quote or inspection, it's just a phone call away. And you'll look at All About Bugs, your 5-star, family owned pest control and termite experts. Like they say, if bugs are bugging you, you should be bugging us. That's allaboutbugstn.com.
Alrighty, and we're taking a look here at Justice Murphy in the 12 Chevrolet here, seeing if he can get anything done. Like I said, talking about points at this point, I believe, if I am not mistaken, 7 drivers are locked in and automatically advanced. That, of course, being Robert Rader, Trevor Earhart, Caleb Gilbert, James Loveland, Alex Berube, Jeremy Burns, the Mountain Man, and Parker Johnston bringing in that 7th place finish here. Right now, with more points than some of these guys, sitting 8th through 12th. Alves, Thorpe, Orlando, Murphy, and Richardson. These guys desperately need a win to see if they can square it off. Definitely, it's gonna be tough here, Stella, as we're looking at 14 turns here tonight, but it's 32 laps, so it's just the more and more. Here it is. There's that nasty one I can't stand. I know a lot of guys blow right through that and go straight through the cones, so we got to keep an eye out for that turn. That is going to be probably the worst one here, as it's the one you don't expect. These guys got about 100.
Up on you, doesn't it?
Yeah, they get about 130 miles an hour, and then got to come to a screeching stop to make that zip turn there, which is very, very, very tough to make. But right now, Jeremy Burns sitting on the top of the chart here with a 154.20. Excellent job, really, right where he needs to be. I think the 3 drivers he's going to be looking out for tonight. I mean, huge time. You're going to be looking for Trevor Earhart in the 21. And we're going to be watching out for Parker Johnston to see if he can do anything with it. I think Parker Johnston may be rocking a new paint scheme tonight. But look at Justice Murphy slinging around the turns here. Definitely great job by him here so far. Really rocking that car. Smoking the tire around. Yeah, and that's another thing that we're going to have to keep an eye on. Missed shifts. If somebody downshifts too early, it's going to cause wheel spin and send somebody off the track. It is going to be extremely hard for these guys to get a caution here. It would require probably 3 vehicles and it blocking lanes. If these guys sling off into the grass, it's not going to happen. And that's going to kind of do it for them there. Right now I'm showing Justice Murphy at 183 miles an hour here. Slowing down about 80 miles an hour for this turn to get back going again. As he's coming around for that second lap, definitely wants to make sure he gets that time down now. But if I'm not mistaken, he's still got one more turn. There it is. That's the last chicane here. You will get a time penalty, a hold penalty or whatnot, if you do cut these corners. So you got to be careful. Let's see if Justice can go ahead and capitalize even higher on that one. He was faster in Section 2. Oh, man, 154.49. So just slightly slower on that last one.
But as the standings are showing here, he's still a full second ahead of the Trevor Earhart in second place.
Yeah, that he is. Trevor Earhart still has a lot of time to see if he can knock down another lap here. Let's see if we can chase down Trevor Earhart right now. You thought that was fast. Look at James Loveland.
I see that.
Yeah, even faster than that. So a lot of these times here are looking pretty... they're going to be pretty tight here tonight, and I think there's going to be a wide spread. I think that what would concern me... you know what I mean? Some guys aren't road course guys. I'm definitely not a road course guy. I'm more of the oval or, the short track kind of deal. But I mean, look at the difference between right now, let's say, Alex Kenton and Nick Alves. I mean, we got almost a 4-second gap off pace. So that's going to bring separation within the first 3 or 4 laps. And a lot of these guys are going to pray for that stage caution to try to get caught back up to see if they can get 3 or 4 more spots, as Trevor Earhart definitely tries to nick that corner here and see if he can squeeze a couple more tenths here. Earhart was faster in the fourth. Oof, man.
Ooh, there he goes.
Yeah, I mean, so close. Yeah,
So you're
33.
saying there's a time penalty on that chicane that they just went around if you go out of bounds?
Yes, in a sense, yes. It'll make you hold up or actually slow the car down. Now, whether this be a NASCAR, I'm not 110% sure. I know normal racing road course, if you do drop it off, if you cut the corner, it will, iRacing and normal racing will actually make you check the car up and have you saw off almost 1.2 of off throttle time. And the more you don't off throttle, the bigger the time gets, so.
I have seen you run these courses and really don't want to say it the wrong way, really go off track, but go into all those what look to me like out of bounds zones on the corners, and they are not a penalty. Is this something specific to the Roval?
Whoop. As we're looking, all right. As Grant Thorpe show is slowing down here a little bit. Here's Robert Rader here trying to knock down his first time here. Kind of what you're asking here is you can see it at Watkins Glen if you cut the bus stop, go straight through. I think that's really the only place that you can saw off any kind of time.
They hop the bump.
Right. Well, you can hop the bump as long as you remain on the racing surface. And it's boy, Rader with a fast time there. Actually, 7th place, better than I bet he thought he was going to do. Right now I'm showing 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 drivers out here ready to go. Qualifying time, I think, might be rounding up here. But if you do cut a corner, let's say you leave the entire car off the edge, they'll cut the time. Normally, the rule is if over half the car is over the bump, they start adding time for you cutting the track.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll keep that in mind. Some of these guys, if they miss the turn, let's say they got bumped and pushed through, as long as you make a concerted effort to turn back onto the track.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, so it's going to be weird. It's going to be weird. It's going to be tough, but definitely that's what these road course guys here love. Yeah, definitely coming here and putting a show like this on. This is going to be definitely a push to the end out there. All right, Sonny posting there. Let's see. Let's go, Jeremy from Bentley. All right. Hopefully we'll see Jeremy do pretty well out here. Let's see if he can go ahead and make a show of it here tonight. Right now I'm showing him actually sitting in the top 5, so that might work out well for him. And Robert Yost, appreciate you joining me here tonight, bud. Definitely I will see you guys for the finale on Saturday. All right, let's go ahead and get to our live capture here as we're going to go ahead and get these guys gridding up here already. Justice Murphy and Trevor Earhart in the front row. Definitely good move by Justice Murphy. Like I said, this is his to lose. I mean, I would be extremely surprised to see him not pull away the win here. So that bringing Justice Murphy, Trevor Earhart, Grant Thorpe, and James Loveland. These two guys bringing in the second row. Jeremy Burns starting 5th, Parker Johnson into 6th. Robert Rader starting 7th with John Fike. Fike is on the edge. He can't miss another race here. He has to continue in here. If John Fike can get a win, he's into the playoffs. So these guys do have a certain amount of time or amount of races they have to show up for. Jacob Sirkovich, good to see him here tonight with Kevin Orlando rounding out our top 10. Definitely a good mess of cars here in the front. Steven Sommer starting 11th and Alex Kenton into the 12th position. Let's go ahead and rotate to our back half here. With Nick Alves sitting 13th, Michael Bennett in the 14th position, Brandon Richardson. Good to see that number 29 back out here in the 15. Alex Berube, like we were talking about last week, we'll see how that 19 car handles around that 21. I'm assuming the 21 will be up there pretty far, but Berube, he's to me here, Stella, bad qualifying, but he can race. He can get up there very, very fast. Tay McDonald sitting in the 17th position, that number 73 Ford. A couple more Fords will be around him. Caleb Gilbert being one of them, and David Buell being the other in 19th. Logan Romney, who actually second place last week, starting in the 20th position in that number 11 car. So let's keep an eye out there and see if Logan Romney can kind of flip the script here. A couple of these guys did not qualify here in the back 5. As we get this one underway, pace laps are going to be grueling, if you ask me, because it's going, if these guys take a minute and 54 seconds to get around here for their fastest lap, I can't imagine a pace lap. It's going to be dull. to say the least.
Okay.
Because they're going to pace around here, and hopefully we'll be under green here momentarily. But you know what? As these guys are following behind that Porsche behind them there, go ahead and tell me a little bit here, Stella, about Chapman Environmental Services here.
That's what I was hoping you were going to ask me, because I always want to tell you that Chapman provides that integrated environmental management and consulting services that includes broad spectrum regulatory compliance, permitting, field sampling services, and more. So be sure to visit chapmanes.com.
Alrighty. And Robert Yost out there on the chat. Man, Rob, I ought to be talking to you here all night. You seem to know exactly what's going on. He's saying it's half a lap to green. So these guys, that's what would explain why they look like they're starting more on the backstretch here. Before they get going, and away they go. Green flag. Appreciate that, man, rather than catching me off guard here. And this is going to be a real interesting shootout here, really into that first turn. It's going to be pretty ugly here. I mean, ooh, man. Already got cars flying off the track. Parker Johnston, as a matter of fact, sitting in that 8th position. Looks like Kevin Orlando gets jammed up. As we're kind of staying here toward the back, I see Richardson battling on the outside here. It looks like Alex Kenton in the 89. Smoke rolling off tires already. It's going to be hard to find where there's not action here in the first couple of laps. Kevin Orlando seeing if he can find his spot. Still holding 10th place behind Fike and Steven Sommer here.
This is like herding cats.
Yeah, but now that we are starting to get single file here, now is when guys start making separation. It's time to get the moves on. As we see Logan Romney actually up 7 positions after that last turn. So from dead last into 13th. So right now he's the biggest mover of the race here so far. Trevor Earhart has lost a position at this point, as he has lost it to Grant Thorpe. Definitely a good idea being able to have that inside line on the first turn. So now everybody's going to be playing chase here on Justice Murphy, who's already got almost a second lead here on Grant Thorpe. Rader is in the 4th, so he broke farther in the top 5. He got around Jeremy Burns there. And Fike looking toward the inside, and this is a lot what we're going to see is some of these guys aiming to the inside, trying to get that angle on the way in. Boy, look at him hopping these turns. Definitely getting close. Great job by all these guys here so far, and really, to admit here, Stella, I don't see anybody sideways. You know, I thought this was going to be kind of a lot of trouble here. But Logan Romney into 12th. Berube now up 3 positions. Just made the move in front of Nick Alves. Oh, Berube.
Into the wall.
Yeah, Berube, good move there. I will admit, you know, rather than sending it in the back of Logan Romney and sending him straight back to where he came from, went ahead and took some damage on the right front of that car. He's not going to be happy about that. But
Slowed
maybe
himself down before that chicane.
Yeah, a little self-infliction there, but it is already lap 1 down, and we got guys shuffling all over the track. If I were to guess, if anybody out here, little Richardson off the track there. If Richardson is, see if he can run him down. Looks like, boy, Logan Romney on the move here, 11th place. And Berube following right along with that. Berube definitely has the angles here for this track. Good job by most of these drivers here. But Stella, I was talking about here is a driver who is desperately wanting to make the playoffs here is Michael Bennett here. Right here in the 14 Chevrolet. I would love to see him make it. But he has a lot of work to do, and he's got a lot of charging to get back to the front. And he's definitely going to have his work cut out for him here. I just don't know 100% how he's going to do it. But he's got, you know, he may need to win at Homestead. To really secure this one and bring it home. I just don't know how long it's going to hold out here.
Yeah, because he's sitting at 15th right now, and that cutoff being 12, it's kind of like you know, win it or pack it in.
Yeah, and we're going to rotate back up toward the front here as Jeremy Burns has now gotten into the 3rd position. He has gone ahead and gotten around Robert Rader there, and Trevor Earhart may have had some trouble out there on the track. It's showing me in the ticker there's a wreck. So let me see if we can quick shuffle over to it and see what got Trevor Earhart out of shape here.
I think Trevor Earhart got Trevor Earhart out of shape.
Yeah, it looks like a little bit loose there, but that's going to happen. Fortunately, like I said, the best thing that can happen at a road course like this is actually having that stage break. This will be a recheck, top off on fuel, and go. right now, Justice Murphy laying down some fast times here on the track. Holy cow, really, this is...
2.5 seconds.
154.28 is what he just did. I mean, right now, he is laying down a blistering speed. No one yet has touched 154 except him.
That's almost equivalent to his qualifying time.
Yeah, we'll see how what he can do here. As you already see, this gap time here, 6 seconds over Jeremy Burns, who just broke into the who just broke into the second place. That brings it up. Actually, where did Grant Thorpe go? Let me see if we can find out what happened to Grant Thorpe here.
He's in 9th now.
This looks like the identical turn that Trevor Earhart ended up off the track here. Yep, just a little too much.
Yep.
Fortunately, no damage for the 77. Got to battle back onto the track. Oh, man.
Good call.
Yeah. All right, so now that moves Thorpe all the way down. And really, like I said, this is Justice Murphy's race to lose. I mean, right now, he is at a comfortable 7.5 second lead here. Really pulling away from this. I would keep more eyeballs on him here, Stella, but really, the only battle he's going to have is with the muscles in his arms to be able to kind of wheel this thing around the track at the speed he's going at this point.
Yeah, I was just taking a look at Parker Johnston being the spoiler from the last time we saw Murphy in this position.
Oh, when the two of those guys connected?
No, when Murphy had a bad pit stop and didn't Parker Johnston go past him to win the race?
Yes.
So he's up in 3rd place right now.
Oof. Yeah, Parker Johnson trying to get something done here as we just watched Jeremy Burns get real nasty out of that turn. Whoop, little connection issue here by Jeremy Burns. Uh-oh, there he is. Boy, Team Disconnect is going to be all over his disconnecting car here. Hopefully he'll be able to get collected back up. Trevor Earhart's battled his way back into 5th. And talk about consistency here. Robert Rader sitting here in 2nd position. Definitely didn't expect that. Even talking to him after Road America, he was not happy with his performance there, but he said he gave it the best he could. And Rader now sitting in 2nd position. So, like we were talking about, that stage break being at 10 will be nice, but does he have enough to see if he can capitalize in front of Murphy?
I don't know about capitalize. I'm watching 48.
Yeah, Parker Johnson's really on a tear here.
Using all of that track.
Yeah, Parker Johnson actually running a little bit different scheme. Ooh! Big shot there to the back of Robert Rader's car. Ooh, man.
Oh.
Yeah, interesting line he's taking here. I don't know, a little bit of a wheel spin. I'm wondering, like I said, this is where I wonder if that missed gear is going to take shape here.
Looked a lot like a spaghetti line to me.
Yeah, let's take a look here, and you definitely see, look at where Justice Murphy is compared to Rader. As Rader is now entering the chicane.
Wow.
Actually, that chicane, is that Le Mans chicane?
Yes it is.
Ooh. Yeah, definitely we're starting to see a lot of shuffling up here. Jacob Surkovich has lost 11 positions here so far. And you see him, he may be the first one to go a lap down here, but I keep saying it over and over and over again, but that stage break, I think for some of these guys is really that position where they need to be to actually survive the rest of this race here.
Even being off the track and all the way down, Earhart's back up in 3rd.
Yeah, he's definitely pushing pretty hard there. I know we've got a few other issues out here on the track that I'm going to try to review over here pretty quick. Shows Jacob Surkovich actually came off the track and then he crashed. So I don't know if something happened here. Let me tell you if we can take a peek. Whoop. Yeah, just kind of looped it there. A little too much grass on the melted tires. Got him around. It says James Loveland kind of came off the track as well. Whoa, man.
Cool.
As James Loveland launched that car. Yeah, Loveland way out of contention now. Back down to 18th.
Oh, my.
Holy cow. Yeah, you just say we're just taking a look at him trying to battle to get back on the track. Wow. All right. So that would explain why our beloved 02 and the 18 are toward the back of the field here. Surkovich almost a minute off pace. Yeah, and Trevor Earhart really on a tear here. Really interesting to see. But like Justice Murphy, when you kind of talk through the grapevine and say who can win this race, 12 and the 21. That's who these guys have been calling out and saying this is their race. And I think Justice Murphy, his biggest concern was that number 21 to Trevor Earhart. He lost Watkins Glen last year to a missed bus stop pole with about 2 to 3 laps to go from some loose tires, and that 21 car got turned around. But definitely, he's looking to not repeat that again, as we saw him fall off the track at one point here. But he's going to try to reel them all back in and try again to see if he can battle his way back to the front. But he's got a long way to go here, Stella.
He does, and I'm watching Parker, who launched the rear end of his car off of a corner back there. You definitely have. Oh, look what you're doing, or not doing.
Negative.
Correct. Okay. The excitement there is pretty cool. At least when you get even though they're spread apart and there's not quite battles, it's still pretty exciting when they launch off the track.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting here as we're taking a look here at Trevor Earhart. Definitely making up a lot of time here. He's got 14 seconds before he can find Justice Murphy. But I would say pretty safely at this point, Justice Murphy pretty much has this here in the bag. I think he's locked this one up for him at this point, as we see him kind of creeping up there on a lapped car there. Let's see if we can get it going around here.
We will at least call it. He probably has the stage brake locked up.
Oh yeah, definitely. 110%. I can't see him. Like I said, I can't see him losing this one here, as he is just gliding here to the win. That is amazing out of him at this point. Back to Trevor Earhart, as we saw him flossing around where Parker Johnston was.
He makes it look easy, I'll tell you.
Yeah, but he is now reeling in Robert, who had a sizable lead off these two, who's now watching him catch up at this point. Definitely, he's not going to be he's going to be a little nervous at this point, kind of watching him run him down here. Oh man, look at all that sponsor placement. I love it.
I see Alex Kenton seems to have had something happen also, or is he just being careful?
Yeah, actually, we've had a couple of cars end up with that. Let's go ahead and rotate over them. Dave Buell had a problem in the back. Let's take a peek and see what happened. Oh, man. That's that cutting. That's exactly what I talked about. So he may have a little bit of a holding penalty here, seeing that he cut that turn. All right, now let's go ahead to Alex Kenton here.
How do they enforce a holding penalty?
Over the radio. Spotter tells you got to hold. All right, 89. Once again, same turn.
Yep.
Yeah, that seems to be kind of the one that is eluding everybody out here. Really really catching everybody off guard for this one to get underway. But it looks like Raider is definitely trying to keep that almost 2-second gap behind him here. It looks like it is. Oh boy, that is starting to really kind of get close here at this point here, Stella. We'll keep an eye, because it looks like Trevor Earhart may be on a roll here to run him down. Taking a ride here with Trevor Earhart.
I like taking a ride. That works.
Yeah, it just goes to show you how crucial shifting is here. And we'll kind of take a look here at you know what? Let's take a look at Trevor shifting here. And we'll kind of see how he has to kind of negotiate the chicane here. 5th gear, and let's see how many goes down.
I saw 3.
Yep, down in the 2nd. Yep, pull out. Oh. Yeah, good moves here so far by Trevor. He's definitely kind of taking a peek at what the rest of his team is what the rest of his team's doing, and he's doing as well. So we'll keep an eye on Trevor, because right now he's on the move. Oh man, Robert hops that corner there. Down pit road he goes.
Oh. Is it?
Nope, not yet. This might actually be a genius move here. Raider actually thinks a lot ahead, and right now John Fike is thinking the same thing. The two of these guys have pit at this point. Let's say they take tires, and then they come back out not needing to stop for the stage break.
Okay.
And think about now who's in front. James Loveland's thinking the same thing. Down pit road he comes.
But Murphy's in third.
Whoop, Fike missed the deal.
How did Earhart and Johnson get in front?
Justice Murphy pit.
Oh.
Yeah, Justice Murphy pit back on lap 7. He was actually so far ahead he was able to get down pit and then back out, and he's in third.
That's what. Okay. That is
Yeah.
what I could not fathom as to how did he. I thought they passed him. I said we didn't see him pass. If he went in pit, he wouldn't be back in third.
14-second time. That was enough. His pit lap time was 29 seconds. So if he's already got a 14-second lead, he was already in the box and on the way back out when they started coming in. Or started passing him at that point. So he just popped out and back on the track he goes. Justice Murphy holds third. Interesting to see. He may actually sacrifice here, but right now, the way he's been running, he may sacrifice the stage win for the whole thing win, and that wouldn't be too shabby. But really, the way he's been running, he actually may be able to run them down with a 3-second gap here, but not too many laps to you really kind of get it done here. As you see Justice Murphy firing through these turns, trying to run them down. And they are pitting now. Yeah. The entire top half. That's what they're thinking. They've got to kind of switch it up here. Justice Murphy came down pit, and now most of these guys who are already pitting are not going to. Jeremy Burns thinking the same thing. Grant Thorpe, Parker Johnson, Trevor Earhart. These guys are the ones coming down pit at this point. From what I'm seeing, pit times are all pretty much the same here. These may be touch and goes here. As you see, oh man, Grant almost gets on the side of Parker Johnson there.
Yeah, I would be surprised though if Berube didn't take just a little bit of repair.
Yeah, I haven't seen, not showing at this point, Berube coming down pit at this point. So, he actually may wait till the stage break come in, and then he'll have, a 3.5-minute pace lap to fix that car.
Ah.
So that may be, he may be one of the drivers that it's a bad idea to pit at this time. You don't want to lose any kind of forward motion you have at this point. He's just going to be sacrificing the rest of the field. Unfortunately, he's going to have to battle all the way up. Right now in 13, so he's battled 13 positions up here so far in the All About Bugs 113 here. And definitely, we got to keep an eye out for this. We got to watch how this unfolds here, as I actually think Jeremy Burns might have been it here. Ooh, hard shot.
Definitely.
Number 9 car definitely got way loose on that one. Same lap, Brandon Richardson had a problem. Same turn everybody else does.
Oh, so, yep, same turn.
Yeah, definitely something to see here. David Buell had a problem here. Looks like the same turn again. Yeah, this one keeps getting everybody, and I think it may be kind of a brake bias. Everybody's kind of having a weird situation here. James Loveland.
Oh, not again.
Ready? Whoop. Yep, yeah, the car just straightened out on him. So a lot of drivers just having so much trouble keeping this car on the track. But I can't blame them. It's looking tough here.
Yeah, I wonder how they would fare. Do you know that this track used to be run in a clockwise direction?
We're talking race cars turning right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, pretty wild, huh? It didn't last for very long, but I guess probably because, that arm muscle for turning left is always so overdeveloped. But no, they used to go the other way.
All right. That's going to be something to keep in mind here. We'll kind of see what we've got going on here. If these guys are thinking about coming down pit anytime sooner. Right now we're on lap 9. Probably have to go around a couple more times here, and then we'll have the stage break. Patience Morrison out there. My wife says that turn keeps claiming victims. That they do.
Really,
Each and every
truly.
one of them, really. There's no rhyme or reason out there. It's interesting to see no one's considering pitting anybody else. So non-pitters at this point. Non-pitters. Sommer, Berube, Orlando. Caleb Gilbert. Michael Bennett. Tay McDonald, Romney, Richardson, and Kenton. And David Buell. These guys have not pit. Right now, Loveland and Burns are down pit. May have broken something. Jeremy Burns there with a 44-second pit time. Loveland there for 35. But Jeremy Burns took a huge shot to the wall. There are no fast repairs here, so hopefully that car is still in one piece. As Jeremy Burns, if he can get out, he'll end up with a wave around here if he stays out on the track. But
Even
right now, he may end up a lap down, seeing that's the leader right behind him.
Even pit road has turns in it.
Yeah, on the exit. It has a little bit of a wraparound right there. But still, Justice Murphy actually knocking down some of his fastest times still. Right now, Section 3 ran a 12.79. I mean, just ridiculous speed at this point. And whatever he's doing in that section is what's winning him the race.
Yeah.
I mean,
everybody
Steven
else,
Sommer.
there's smoke
Yeah,
coming
Steven
off
Sommer, the
tire.
13.23. Alex Brube, the 13.29. Whatever he's doing in Section 3, he is blowing the doors off everybody by almost a second. So that is why he has an amazing distance here. Parker Johnson, so he has crashed, but I believe that is our stage caution here. Let's take a peek at Parker. Whoa!
Straightened out that corner.
Yeah.
Another cone casualty.
Yeah, but you see how he hit the brakes? That was his holdup. So he just went ahead and came to a slowdown, takes the time, and then puts him back onto the track. And Parker Johnson will now be suffering at this point.
Huh.
Yeah, it'll be like a second and a half. Sometimes it depends on the severity of the turn cut. I mean, if you completely miss the chicane and shoot the right through, normally it kind of takes the guesstimate of how much time it took you to get through last time. So if it took you about 2.5 to 3 seconds, you gotta have a 2.5 to 3 second hold.
Okay.
So-
Okay, but I can't imagine just stopping in the track. You know, okay, I'm gonna stop here for 2.5 seconds.
No,
Everybody
what
just go around me.
some guys will do is you actually just let off the gas and coast at that point, and it depletes slower and it takes longer. But between the computer of iRacing and then the officials of kind of how it does it, and then it'll go from there.
And it'll tell you, okay, now go.
Alrighty.
Okay. Pit
So
pace car.
so far right now, Sommer is coming down in the pit in that 81 Chevrolet. So just it's hard to call out who is here at this point, as it was Murphy, Sommer, Berube, and then Rader. But now we're starting to shuffle again, as drivers are coming down the track. All the guys who have not pit, they will definitely have enough fuel to make it to the end. Now here's the key: how much fuel do you take before it becomes too heavy to really sling around the turns? Doesn't seem to be affecting Justice Murphy at all. But you may run a different race line than he does. So maybe a little less fuel might help around with slinging around the track here.
Yeah, but the last thing I would want to do is run out of fuel. That would just be heartbreaking.
Yeah, we've had a couple drivers run out of fuel. We've seen it before. Ted Rekich has run out of fuel. John Fike, I believe, actually, in the first race of the season, the poor guy ran out of fuel right after the stage win. Was able to just barely get it into pit. If he noticed that on Instagram a little while ago. He didn't know we posted it up there of him just barely making it. But looks like it is starting to boil down here to our guys out there on the track. Showing Rader should be in the second position. Still trying to catch up to Justice Murphy, who looks like he has actually Jeremy Burns, who's a lap down behind him. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Jeremy Burns may get the wave around here.
Lucky dog.
Yeah, and get his lap back as the lucky dog. Which will leave James Loveland the only one a lap down here. And his from this angle, his night may be over, because it is only, like I said, it's extremely impossible with what you saw out there tonight. People crashing, people spinning out, things like that. Things like that happening. No cautions came out. But it shows even after the yellow flag, we may have some trouble out here onto the track. Let's take a peek. Shows John... Oh, hold on. Come on, you. Show me John Fike. So John Fike had a problem lap 11 here. Oh, no! Boom! Little hit right there. James
Well, that
Loveland.
explains the extended pit time he's having right
There's
now.
James Loveland, dreaded turn here. All right, yep, a little off track.
A little more off track.
Yep, he's fighting that one back on. Let's see Alex Kenton here. Uh-oh.
Maybe that's his penalty?
We'll see. Hold on a second. I might have had a little bit of a hiccup. See if we can find something going on here. Yeah, a little weird. It's showing me he's kind of dragging here. I don't know if something...
Ain't got no gas in it.
Yeah, if something happened or it broke, yeah, he may have... He is down pit road now. He may have had to tow. I'm wondering if he ran out of fuel. And Tay McDonald here. Yeah, engine's cut out. So these two guys, Kenton and Tay McDonald, may have run out of fuel here and having to tow back to pit road, which is absolutely heartbreaking. Some of these guys just so unsure. And Alex Kenton out there in the chat, out of fuel. That's what I figured, man. I was kind of figuring out you got. I thought maybe I was stuck in slow motion. I said, man, he's just moving awfully slow. All right, man. Well, hopefully, dude, to the top of fuel. So keep in mind here, Stella, these guys went 10, 11 laps here and are running out of gas. We got 20 some odd to get to the end. So we're obviously going to have to make a green flag stop to make it to the end of this race.
And all of our 3 through 9, I think, just went in pit again.
Look at you. So observant. I love it. Yeah, Justice Murphy, Grant Thorpe, Trevor Earhart, and Parker Johnston. Raider came back in. Orlando came back in. Alves came in. So, yeah, a lot of these guys definitely trying to get it squared away. It looks like... Is that Richardson off track? Hold on a second.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I think Richardson actually came off track here in that 29.
Zoop.
Whoop. Yep, and that's actually where we saw him right here because I couldn't figure out why I had a car facing the rest of the other guys out there on the track.
And it just posted up there first caution.
This will be the stage caution, the first caution.
Okay, but we're not back under caution, or this is still the
This
stage
is still
caution?
the same caution. We're still putting around.
Oh my heavens.
Yes, it takes a while to get these underway. Last lap was 3 minutes and 25 seconds by Justice Murphy, so that's what I was saying. These pace laps are pretty brutal out here for kind of collecting these guys up. But we are going to go ahead and cut to commercial real quick, and we'll be right back.
One area of our business where we impact the local communities pretty heavily is the school systems. So we work for school systems all over the northern part of the state of New Jersey. We operate their water systems, their wastewater systems. We do a lot of their permitting and compliance work, and we ensure that the water that the kids drink is clean. We go out and do the sampling to ensure that it's not contaminated. And we also treat the wastewater that's being generated at a lot of these facilities as well before it gets discharged to the environment. So we are supporting the local community through supporting the boards of education and the local school systems.
All right, everybody, we are back after a short break there with our commercial. Talking about out of fuel here with Alex Kenton and actually Tay McDonald. I think these guys may or may not be down. Definitely something want to keep in mind. The money up for grabs here tonight. These guys do have to finish the race. We'll have a draw winning for who wins. If one of these guys kind of turns it in, wipes their hands of it, and says, you know what, we're finished, they're going to lose or miss out on any of that money. And then, of course, $20 to the winner, which looks like right now here is going to be Justice Murphy. But little information here, Stella. Tell me a little bit about Alex Kenter running out of fuel here. I thought there was something weird with this track.
This track actually is where they came up with the rule in NASCAR. Because back in the day, a guy named Dan Gurney had a wreck and his car was kaput. But it was right before the finish line, and he ended up, gravity works, traveling down and crossing the finish line, being declared the winner. It was after that they made the rule, established the rule, that your car needs to be physically running when you take the checkered flag to be declared the winner of the race. No more running out of fuel, guys.
Wow. I was going to say, interesting they call that, because I think I've seen multiple times Jeff Gordon actually finish races and didn't have enough fuel to even make it to victory lane or do any burnouts.
Correct, but his engine was still running when he crossed the line.
Okay, instead of coasting across, spilling oil on the track. I got
Correct.
you. I got you. All righty. Well, we're going to go ahead and bring this one back underway. These guys are going to double file once again. The treacherous turn 1, 2, and 3 is what you're going to see here as these guys dive into the turns again. Justice Murphy, Grant Thorpe, Trevor Earhart, and Parker Johnston. Right now, these top 4 guys are the guys to beat here at this point. Raiders back down to 9th. John Fike is sitting 10th. So a lot of drivers here looking to try to make some moves here, but hopefully we'll see if they can fight their way back forward. Right now, I'm showing Kevin Orlando down pit at this point. I see Kevin Orlando had an off-track incident here. Let me see if I can take a quick peek and see what happened to Kevin Orlando here coming out of pit. New tires.
Yep.
Boom. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Ha! Some big people just can't win for losing. All right. Hopefully some of these guys will square this away. It's not looking too good here.
And it also is showing that Kenton and Burns are a lap down, but it's showing Kenton is in 17th. So will that mean that he gets the wave around?
Actually, all lucky dogs have gone by, and I don't believe any were granted, seeing that guys stayed out. If he had been in the front, then it would have pushed him on around. So no dice for him. So it looks like the only wave around he gets is wave around. He has to start in the back, and he'll still be a lap down.
Oh. Okay.
Yep, don't. You sound all bummed out. Oh, man, look at Justice Murphy cut that.
On behalf of Devin Fitzpatrick and Gabby Mullins, I am bummed out. They're out there rooting for the Mountain Man.
Yeah. The Mountain Man's got a tall hill to climb on this one as he's down a lap. He's got to pass Alex Kenton. Definitely had a fast race car out here tonight, but not fast enough. As let's go ahead and dive into turn 1 here. Here it comes. Ooh, the pinch. Slight lockup here. Staying with Parker Johnson. Justice Murphy gets exactly what he wants, the separation here. But now he's got to scurry away. At this point, this is when most faults happen. The dreaded turn.
Zurkovich locked it up. Smoke everywhere.
Seems most everybody made it through. All right, everybody made it through that turn. Now they're scrambling to get away here. Single file, and it does. Yeah, double wide does not last long, not at all. Trevor Earhart now trying to run down Justice Murphy. We'll stay with the leaders here for a couple laps here unless Justice makes a breakaway here. Definitely want to watch his times here. Man, oh man, is he on the move. And look at that separation he gets right there. Something about that section. He's just got the speed. Right there, Trevor Earhart in Section 3 just about matched his time.
Now, I notice on your little tracker there, we've got some people standing still.
Yeah, we got Berube. Something happened here, and it shows Berube actually spun out here. Let's take a quick peek from a better angle. See if we can find something a little better than that. Whoop! Yeah, just got a little loose coming out of the turn there. Steven Sommer went off track. Let's see if we can take a peek at him. As we're chasing his car and our chase drone footage. Whoa!
Oh, no.
Oh. Yep,
I thought he
81
had
almost
it.
had it there. Yep. 81 almost had it there, so it continues.
But notice 18 Sirkovich. They should be passing him right now on your little chart. And I am...
I'm confused. What are you talking
Yes. Well, everybody's riding over the top of his number now. But on your little racetrack
about?
chart...
Those are the positions. Would you like car numbers?
Oh,
Better?
okay.
Yeah, I've got a couple of guys out right now. It's showing me Jeremy Burns is out and Kevin Orlando is out. Coming out of pit road at this point. Looks like Burns may have had more damage. Back down pit road, both these guys came.
Ah, okay. They were sitting in pit. That's
Yes.
what it was.
So back out they
Okay.
go. Burns now 2 laps down. Justice Murphy already getting a second lead here. Let's take a look back at the rest of his competition.
Earhart's trying to run the exact line.
But look at that pole right there. See the separation he's getting? It's something
Yeah,
Justice is doing right at that turn. He's got the separation. He's just able to get that launch. Terry Earhart out there in the chat. Yes, time for 21 to make that move. He does have some time here. We will be under another green flag stop, I would assume. And we're going to have to figure out how they run it down here. Because it's going to be close. This is going to be a tough run here. But yeah, you just look at the pull away here. Another 2/10 down as he's getting away here from Trevor Earhart. And it's not that Trevor Earhart isn't doing a great job. Just Justice has got this thing on a fine line. Right now, section 3 and 4, Justice Murphy, fastest on the track.
When he hits the straightaways, the Daytona of this Roval, yeah, I see what you mean. Watching from that back angle, it just did.
Leaves him.
Earhart standing still.
Yeah, he just kind of makes that separation, pushes his way back and farther and farther ahead. Oh, Justice Murphy, there's another mistake.
Uh-huh.
So saws off another half a second there, and now Trevor Earhart's getting ready to chase him down. Justice
That's all
Murphy
it
has
takes.
got to remain calm here if he wants to get a win. Like I said, this is his race to throw away here, but we can't say anything. Look, Trevor Earhart made a mistake in the first stage.
He did.
But he was able to battle his way back toward the front. Justice Murphy has all the capability. I think Justice is getting a little nervous here, seeing that 21 isn't really leaving him the way he would like.
I was gonna say, stop looking in your rear view, dude.
Yeah, definitely tough. He's got to stay looking out the front, absolutely for sure. Let's take a look here at the track. Any conditions, 104 degrees out there on the track, 85 in the air. Good temperatures for racing, absolutely. Definitely, it's hard to get 104 degrees out there at Daytona, especially on that racing surface this time of year, but that is going to work out just fine here for Justice Murphy. Clear air and 66 degrees of wind here. 6 miles an hour, but there's Justice Murphy. Look, boom. Another fast section 3 again and section 4. Right. So whatever it was, his little stumble that he had in section 1 cost him big time. Cost him that half a second. 1782 compared to Trevor Earhart's 1733. But now he's starting to put the pressure on again as he's leaning in. And Trevor Earhart's trying to run him down here, just needs another mistake. The longer that car hangs behind Justice Murphy here, Justice starts getting nervous. But Earhart's patient, and he'll wait him out here. Boy, nasty move here by Justice. Looked like the back end of his car hopped.
It did.
As he took a half a second off that lead here.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely tough to see as we're going to take a little bit of a roof view at Trevor Earhart's line. Seeing if he can run down this 21 Chevrolet. The 12 Chevrolet. Good Lord, sorry about that.
He's got Justice in his sights now. He can follow that line. He's got a definite chance of overtaking him. Just being patient and sitting here in second and follow Justice's line. Look how far they've gone now. Third place is 3.5 seconds back.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely, and really, this is what Trevor needs. Trevor needs to keep the consistency. Don't apply the pressure. Just keep the consistency. Because right now he's waiting for Justice to fumble here, and he's going to pounce. So right now, good moves here, but you see Murphy starting to make this separation yet again. So this really, he capitalizes on this half of the track, but then Earhart gets him the following. So back almost to that second lead here.
Huh. Yeah, I think as from my standpoint, if I was Earhart, like you say, I would be patient. I would sit back, follow his line. You get too close, if you know, you say wait for Justice's mess up, you know, or you don't want to be in it when it happens.
But I would say getting closer to him will try to remove some of that downforce. And instead of just me on the track, I've got something that keeps shifting back and forth in my rear view mirror, and I'm going, holy cow, you know, the front of that Black Rifle coffee machine isn't disappearing here. You know, so that you know, he gets his eyes off the track, more into the rear view, and starts to get nervous here. So right now, Murphy's still holding about a second lead. That last chicane, definitely Murphy's got to work on it here a little bit.
Yeah, I think he's nervous because that's where he hopped the last time.
Yeah, definitely for sure, but we'll keep an eye here. Second lead, who's on the move? Logan Romney actually back here in the 6th position. So it looks like he got around Nick Alves. Robert Rader will be his next victim if he can run him down, but he's got a long way to go before he even gets there, about 8 seconds or so to catch up there. But let's see if we can go ahead and do a recap of some of the deals out on the track. We had a James Loveland fumble here. Oh, little hop. Oh, man, wall.
No!
Yeah, James Loveland, boy, I hope that didn't break the toe link. That may do it here for Loveland. Let's take a look here at Sirkovich.
That was a toe.
Whoop, whoop. All right, looks like Sirkovich survived. Let's rotate to Alex Kenton. Oh, man. Yeah, whoa, that was weird. Look like the car just straightened on him. All right, the Weekend Woodsman got some trouble here. Let's see if Parker Johnson said this just happened. On lap 19 here. Oh. Yeah, maybe battling there with Grant Thorpe. Robert Rader's going to pass him. Rader now into 4th.
He's come up from 9th after pits.
Oh, yeah. All right. So that should do it for our recap. But just as I say that, it looks like we got trouble here with John Fike. Coming out of pits here. Oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. All right.
Yes.
Yeah, John Fike, just the woes continue here.
If it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all.
Yep. All right, Justice Murphy has gotten another 0.7 of a second on Trevor Earhart. Now starting to put the pressure on. And I wonder if Earhart's noticing those tires may be starting to wear out just a little bit here.
And take a look at Nick Alves.
Yeah, no kidding.
He's up here.
Yeah, Nick Alves sitting in that 7th position right now. Got Caleb Gilbert behind him. So at least 2 4-star industry team members here. Trying to battle their way back toward the front. Alves and Caleb Gilbert. Right now I'm showing Kevin Orlando in 16th. Down a lap. And Rader in the 4th.
And something just happened to Richardson because he dropped about 5 spaces.
Yeah, it shows Richardson crashed here. Let's take a quick peek. Yeah, boy, they definitely got those things humped. Oh, boy.
Nice.
Yeah, great job there by Steven Sommer. Everybody else doing a great job working around him there.
And thank you for not trying to fix yourself right on the track when everybody's coming.
Yeah, no kidding. I would have almost wanted to slam it in reverse, but knew as soon as I did that, somebody come up and hit me.
Doubtless.
Alrighty. Round and round these guys go. Definitely looking, looks like Jacob Sirkovich may have been taking a peek there toward the inside here of Caleb Gilbert. But nothing yet so far. Tay McDonald has gone off the track.
Sirkovich has worked his way up into the top 10.
Yeah, this is actually where he started the race, was in the 9th position. Right now, biggest movers of the race, up 10 positions. Caleb Gilbert up 14, Logan Romney. Biggest movers, guys losing points in the race. James Loveland down to 20th position. We saw how he hit the wall. Definitely a heartbreaker for him. Jeremy Burns down 12 positions, and John Fike down 10. So both of these guys have just had more and more tumble-ups out there on the on this road course, and it's definitely not easy. As you can see, now Earhart's starting to watch this win slip away from him here almost a 3-second gap, and really, that's all Justice Murphy needed, is just stare out the windshield. Do what I need to do out the windshield, and we'll be fine. But yeah, talk about Nick Alves back here in the race. Boy, he's definitely got this thing on a rail. Able to hold it up so far, up 6 positions. All he's got to do is worry about consistency. And really here, Stella, this is what you want to see, is just guys maintaining calm, putting the spot where they need to do it, and then just getting the job done here.
As you say that, I see 2 of them run through the sand.
Yeah, that's okay. It's a little off track there, but nothing enough to actually cause any damage or any time penalty holds. It was actually the longer way around, but it looks like Al's looking toward the inside of Romney here.
Who's having none of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, definitely that outside line was able to take off. If Alves had really pushed any harder into that, that would definitely have sucked him in and spun him around. Here's that dreaded turn that keeps getting everybody. Yeah, definitely a hard switchback turn. And Alves on the inside of Romney again. Oh boy, Sirkovich is now around.
Sirkovich.
Yeah, Sirkovich now around here. That is not looking good for him. All right, let's stay up here with Logan Romney, who's still fighting to stay alive. Let's see where Michael Bennett is. Where's Michael Bennett? Michael Bennett here, top 10.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, not bad here out of Michael Bennett. He's got this thing. He's got this thing working around here. Great job here by Michael Bennett. Hopefully he's able to continue his success here. So far, I'm not showing anything where Michael Bennett has even come off the track at this point. I definitely don't want to kind of dupe him here, but really working his magic.
Slow and sure. Slow and sure.
Yeah,
Florentino
absolutely.
will be happy to see that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely good to see. You guys, we're going to kind of run through some of our drivers out here. Got Michael Bennett here. Who else we got? I wonder how Tay's doing. Tay McDonald back here in the 14th position. Looking good. Let's see where Tay is. See if I can take a peek at Tay. There he is. Calm, cool, and collected. He almost had himself a win there at Iowa. Definitely tough. Take a look out there in the chat. Racing and MJ God 2022. Hey, man, how you doing? Doing all right, man. Doing all right. We are here at the Daytona Roval. 32 laps are not going to really punish these drivers out here this week because next week will be even harder that these guys are going to be doing. But at least, hey, Stella, at least we're not going to be a road course. That'll be some relief for them. But we're going to be at the Earhart Group 200 at Homestead. So that is definitely going to be a longer, flatter track. But these guys are going to hang out here in Florida for 3 weeks in total. Daytona Roval today. On the 14th of December, we'll be at Homestead. And then we'll be at the Chapman Last Chance 200 back here at Daytona. But we're going to go ahead and stay on the outside of the course and not on the inside.
Yay.
So definitely good to see.
The only infield I think I want to deal with on Daytona will be the lake.
Why is that?
Well, it's more fun to fish.
Alrighty. We'll see here. Not showing no camera by Brandon Richardson. Come now. Yeah, definitely a lot of driving out of some of these guys out here. I wonder how Jeremy Burns is handling all this. Let me see if we can find Jeremy Burns. Oh, man. I heard he was doing something. Look at that room. Yes.
Wow.
Jeremy Burns definitely looking good in that room, man. I love it. I
We
love
are
it.
so impressed.
Yeah, and you want to talk about something impressive as well. He, to me, from what I am seeing, he is the only guy out here with a spotter with him. He is not using... He's not using the iRacing one. He has a human spotter here at this point. Now, the spotter can't drive for him, but he can at least help him out there on the track to help him drive around here. If the spotter may have some pointers and tips here for Jeremy Burns, but really I think just that one small slip up you saw kind of cost him here. But Jeremy Burns may be out of college here for a little while. Definitely giving his shot here in that number 9 team disconnect.
He's back
Chevrolet.
up to 17th place.
Yeah, definitely he's trying. Right now it's showing him he would be the first guy to have a chance here to get back on the lead lap. I don't know how well or how long that's going to hold up here. But let's go ahead and talk some other things. Brandon Richardson's coming down pit at this point. From what it's showing me, Brandon Richardson is down pit.
Does it say voluntarily?
Yep, coming out at this point. Right now, only person to pit on lap 22. He may be trying to outpit the rest of the field. I like the strategy.
With 10 to go, he should be able to make it to the end,
Yes.
correct? All right.
Yes, yeah. He'll have enough fuel to make it to the end if that's what he decided to do. If he decided to take tires, that may or may not hold him up. Like I said, I've talked to some guys, and they decide not to take tires. But let's go ahead and see if anybody else is coming down pit, and leaders are Murphy, Earhart, and Thorpe. 1, 2, and 3, so this is the big one here. Let's see if Murphy, what he does.
Oh.
Yeah, he's going to hate me for this if he messes up. Let's take a look at this car. As Earhart's behind him.
Okay.
Nothing there. Let's see Earhart. All right, and Thorpe.
Same. 1, 2,
Boy,
and 3.
oh boy, oh boy. So, yeah, pit times and everything pretty much the same here. So right now, Justice Murphy, after heat cycling these tires here, he's got to kind of scurry and get away here. He had a 5.5 second lead before that pit stop. Can he stretch it here a little bit? Robert Rader right now he's in the lead. But not for long. Rader's going to have to pit again.
Okay, fuel-wise, it's running like 10 laps?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of definitely a squeeze here. About 10, 12 laps is about as good as we can see, and we already saw 2 guys run out of fuel here tonight.
Yeah, I think in 10 laps that'd creep up on me too.
Yeah, definitely for certain. But this All About Bugs 113 sounding pretty good here. Stella, go ahead and tell me a little bit more about All About Bugs here.
They are your 5-star family-owned pest control and termite experts in Sevierville, Tennessee. A free pest control quote or inspection is just a phone call away, so you will find their family-owned operation friendly and professional. Like they say, if bugs are bugging you, you should be bugging us. So contact them at allaboutbugstn.com.
All right, and we are taking a ride here along with Justice Murphy, who's supporting that All About Bugs. Seems he's got definitely nice and calm inside this race car here. I love to see it. Love to see it. Man, oh man, oh man, is that 12 car fast out here tonight. He's got the separation from Trevor Earhart at this point. Remember, we talked about Rader. He's going to have to pit again. He last pit on 13, so he's definitely holding out as long as he can, and that's going to do it. Rader down pit. Justice Murphy will reassume the lead, and away these guys go.
I think he had at least a 4-second lead on Earhart at this point.
Yes, at this point, yeah, about 4.5 seconds, as we see right there. Trevor Earhart just passed Rader. Rader with a quick pit stop here. Hopefully we'll be able to get enough fuel, and this may land him maybe 6th place here as Parker Johnson slides past, putting him in 5th. But Berube is down pit. So next shot will be Alves, but Alves way back here. And Alves is already pit back on lap 23. So it looks like that is going to land Rader here for a solid top 5. As he is really scampering away from Berube, who's still sitting down pit here.
Yeah, that's quite a difference between the last time we saw Rader on a road course and this one.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. He had some trouble there at Road America. I know he was battling out, almost dooring each other there with Jeremy Burns at Road America. But we see Berube kind of squeaking out here right where Michael Bennett is. Bennett is now into 8th. Pit back on lap 23, so really still on the charges, this 14 machine. 19's got to watch out because, like I said, he's got a target on his back here in that 19 Toyota. So hopefully these guys are able to keep it clean. 81 of Sommer slides past Bennett here, and Bennett's just going to let him go. Out there in the chat, Linda DeFries, good job, Tay McDonald. Yeah, Tay is definitely putting on the work here. 14th position is where he is, not too shabby. Hopefully he completes this race. I'd be really excited to see him get a solid top 15. And to me, if you can get a top 15 at this track, you're doing something.
Doing something right.
Yeah, no kidding. Definitely doing something right. Oh boy, as we see Berube off track here. Definitely cut that corner, and we now see he is off the gas here. Now he can re-enter. Now he's at, so you see the hold.
Yeah.
As now he's had to fall back, and that's what Michael Bennett wants. Just let them kind of let them destroy each other here, and I'll go ahead and get my way up to the front. And that's really a great way to be.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to as far as Earhart. The last thing you want to do is be caught up in something if you get just a tiny bit behind that, and them, and you can you got more time, I guess, to correct. is what I was looking for.
And my wife's gonna like this Dunder Mifflin on the helmet. I love it. Oh boy, I love it. All right, definitely got the Home Depot racing suit there for Michael Bennett. Michael Bennett about to be under fire again here by Berube. Berube trying to cut that turn just a little bit, see if he can squeak an extra couple of feet on him here. As this way is starting to kind of tighten up here just a little bit.
What's not tightening up is Earhart catching up to Murphy.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. And Berube.
Up, around again.
Yep. Well, definitely, we can take a look at that again. Let me see if we can roll this back just a hair. Watch Berube, how he comes in. Rides up behind him. Berube has to lock him up and sends Berube around when he tries to reaccelerate. Yes. Wow. Yeah, definitely out there on the track. We've got guys spinning around every single lap, and we can go through some of them. Let's try to take a look. Here's the one where we saw Alves on the inside. All right. Steve Sommer. Oof. Let's see if we can find the beginning of that one.
It's that turn.
Yep.
Again.
Whoop. Whoop. All right. What's up, Clink? Logan Romney. Oh, look at where they are. Woo. Boy, oh boy, everybody. Away,
yeah, Bennett even went out just right after Berube. The very next corner.
Yeah, we'll get to that here in just a second. Shows David Buell crashed again.
Oh.
Right here, Parker Johnston came off track. And this is just starting to kind of be the same song and dance here this turn.
You would think it would be the sharp corners, but it's these big, long, like that one. What you would think from outside would be a nice, soft bend around the corner. And
then that's right where Berube just spun out, and then Bennett.
Yep.
Clink. Right here. So his luck ends here. Good Lord. It's just, oh boy. Oh, here's the one a little bit different. Says Jeremy Burns had a little trouble here. Whoop.
No.
Yep, car kind of straightened out on him. He's going to have to hold for that one. So definitely still shuffling. Wow. Except really the top three. Justice Murphy's still leading it. Trevor Earhart back by about 8.5 seconds. And Grant Thorpe into third. And right now, I know I'm supposed to be kind of impartial, but right now I am beside myself seeing Justice Murphy looking like he's going to come away with the win on this one. I think it's been coming. He deserves it. It's been a long time, and I'm glad that we finally have a race where he's getting a chance to capitalize here. Trevor Earhart, like he said, was his biggest adversary here on the track, but that 8.5 seconds is really telling me his confidence level's got to be pretty high at this point.
He's pretty much schooling him.
Yeah, well, that is definitely, I guess, why Justice Murphy not only sponsors these tracks here, but he's definitely putting a hurt on the rest of this field here as he's just pulling away from the rest of this field here. Trevor Earhart's still doing a great job, able to run, still trying to hold him close, but it's just tougher and tougher as we get around. Tay McDonald just unfortunately went off the track here, and take a guess, which turn is that?
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's one thing. I think it's playing with the brake bias, and I think a lot of drivers are just having some trouble just being able to hook it. Right there, Justice Murphy shows you how to get around it. And I'm wondering if it's just overheating the brakes and you're just not getting enough out of the brakes to get, between the brake fade. Now, I will admit here, Stella, today, or actually yesterday, was one of a huge update for iRacing between car, the way it handles, the way it feels, and actually tire update. They're looking to put a lot more wear onto the tires, especially here in these next-gen cars. So I'm glad practice for as a team or as a league for Racing Revolution was yesterday. So after this update, everybody was able to go out there and give it a shot and kind of make sure everything's A-okay. And then Justice Murphy said, Trevor Earhart was only a few tenths behind him via time-wise. But those tenths add up, as you can see. It's still another half a second there on Trevor Earhart.
Yeah. Now, if I'm taking a look at it in perspective. If Justice Murphy wasn't tearing off into space, Trevor Earhart would be in the lead. And his next closest opponent is 3 seconds, 4 seconds behind.
Yes.
And then 20 seconds behind that would come Raider.
Yes.
So he is still,
There we go. There's Raider all the way back there.
Yep, doing a fantastic job. It's terribly overshadowed by the driving tonight of Justice Murphy.
Yeah, it is. I mean, this is quite impressive. I mean, he is just absolutely putting on a. I'm just his driving just absolutely pulling away here. I would not want to challenge Justice Murphy to a road course. I thought from the outside looking in, Road America was locked up for him. But this here tonight is going to lock him up as our 8th driver, locked into the playoffs, and he needed it. I mean, he needed it. To me, I would hate to be teetering on the edge via points.
Oh, yeah.
Right now on that cusp is, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it should be Brandon Richardson is teetering on the edge.
Correct. He is number 12 currently.
Yes. Yeah, right now Nick Dowell sitting 8th, Grant Thorpe 9th, Orlando 10th, Justice Murphy 11th, and Brandon Richardson into 12th. If Justice Murphy gets the win here, this will slide him into the, I believe, the 8th position and lock him in. So this is, this is his race to lose here, and right now I think he could have a minor fumble here and still be able to hold on to a 2-3 second lead. But 4 to go left in this one as these guys are starting to wear down, and boy, I know these guys have got to be kind of crossing their fingers here, hoping for no more crashing. Crashing we will get to. Let's take a look at David Buell.
All right.
Turns out he had a little bit of a fumble here on lap 27. Whoa.
Yep.
Took a shot there. Logan Romney went off track. Boy, what in the world happened there? That looked like that didn't even work. Weirdly enough, if we kind of keep an eye on it. Well, kind of insult to injury here. Yeah, and that's what we're seeing here, showing him wrapping it back around.
Premature burnouts.
Yeah, not just yet. Logan Romney was doing a fantastic job earlier here in the race. He still is up 7 positions and holding 13th. So if you consider it, he was dead last, and right now he's got a 13th position hold right now.
Yeah, he was one of our non-qualifiers in the beginning.
Yeah, I would love to see Michael Bennett be able to run down Richardson or Berube, but man, he's got a long, long way to go. About 11.5 seconds off Berube's back bumper. As we're only 3 to go, so right now, I know right now Jeremy Burns is kind of putting around the back end of the 14 machine, but the 14 shouldn't really be worried too much about Jeremy Burns. No. Jeremy Burns is a few laps down here.
Correct.
So right now, nothing happening too much by them. So let's go ahead and stay up here. Trevor Earhart trying to make something of it. Grant Thorpe in the 3rd.
And we have had 2 gentlemen take their cars to the garage tonight. Fike and Kenton are now listed as down and out.
Oh, man. Yeah, not looking good. Yeah, Fike and Kenton. I hate to see that. I knew we were going to get to Kenton. I know boy. And there's something to keep in mind. Did you see that?
Raiders all over the place last 2 turns. I'm watching it.
Yeah, Raider, actually, his rear rotors are glowing at this point.
Oh.
So his rear brake bias is so high. Definitely trying to get this car to rotate. See the rotors? See how the red ones are in the back. So yeah, he's desperately trying to get this car to rotate in the front end to stay fast. Because Parker Johnson wants to run him down, but not a chance. Right now, 21 seconds ahead.
Did you just raspberry him?
Yeah, I was gonna say, really, he's doing a fantastic job out here. Raiders got it under control. It's just there's no way. You know what I mean? There's not enough time. There's not enough race to get this done here, and the separation's just it's real. It can't
we
get
are
much.
looking at 20 seconds, which in race time just isn't as much as you think it is. Look at them shake. As he goes around that, did you see the entire unit shake?
Oh, yeah. Well, he's definitely got to be using that butt kicker system that he won last year. You know, since he is the Season 1 champ, butt kicker sent him a new unit right now. If he keeps it up, they may be sending him a second one here. Oh, man. That almost looked like Raider was paying attention to the black box there. Got a little nasty on that turn. Oh, man. That could have been nuts. Holy cow, that could have been really, really bad.
Yeah, that's why I hate to say, you like to call it early or say, oh, he's got this locked up. I always worry about that.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, definitely for sure. I just, it's hard not to say Justice Murphy's got this in the bag. I mean, how do you not? I mean, right now, a 10.5-second lead. How does he not have this in the bag here? I mean, it's just so close. Earhart's going to come away with a top 3 finish here. Grant Thorpe is going to come away with a 3rd place. I mean, this is awesome. I mean, he's got this thing on a roll here, and he's going to be able to run him down.
Things stay exactly the way they are. Yes.
Yeah. Well, right now, only the top 4 are not an entire minute behind here.
Agreed.
Boy, yeah, look at that. Another almost, wonder
That's
if Earhart,
something you don't see.
wonder if Earhart had a problem here. Earhart just dropped off 0.6 of a second. Yeah, not showing anything off tracks or anything, so he's still having some trouble here.
Yeah, it might have just got squirrely. Not something you see every day. From 5th on down is over a second behind. Oh, a minute behind. I'm sorry.
Yeah, white flag is out as Justice Murphy might just be rolling this one through. Definitely no problem here at this point. But yeah, you don't even see there's Justice Murphy way out there in the turn. The trouble turn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's just trying to give you a little bit of an idea of where these guys are. Yeah, kind of a perspective of the separation, which is really fantastic here. Out of Justice Murphy. Fantastic job here. Justice Murphy still putting down some fast times. But not as fast as he was. Just kind of falling off here just a little bit. But a 10th here, a 10th there. You just see how it adds and adds and adds to this race. And this is actually really, to me, this is great. I love seeing the number 12 Chevrolet finally get his chance to bring the win. Looks like Robert Rader will be just outside the top 3 here for this race.
Yeah, but it's nice to see that nice orange Tennessee car coming in, too.
Yeah, no kidding. Of Grant Thorpe in the 77 machine. Not locked up for a camera tonight, so we won't be able to see his driving around here.
Or his happy face from the podium.
Yeah, we'll take a look at him from inside the car. Oh, man, is that a Kyle Busch uniform here? Racing suit? Come on.
No. No, it's not Eminem, is it?
Yes, it is. All right.
Oh.
Justice Murphy coming down the last few turns here as he's got this in the bag. That is going to do it here for Justice Murphy. Race winner here tonight. Got it done. Great job. He has got to be feeling high as a kite right now because that is it. Holy cow. Excellent job here by Justice Murphy. Bringing the win.
He knows it's over, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's just kind of escaping. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Yeah, Team BDE has got to be appreciating that right now. Grant Thorpe in the 3rd. And, let's see, Jacob Sirkovich. Jacob Sirkovich ended up in the 8th position, and Michael Bennett into 14th. So not too shabby there. Here by Justice Murphy, and we'll kind of catch up with him later on in this race here. Fantastic job. So there's actually Michael Bennett crashed here.
Oh. Before or after he crossed the finish line?
I think after. It's looking like it's after. Lap 32.
Okay.
Yeah, Justice Murphy. Wow, wow, wow. Excellent job. Man, oh man, oh man.
seen victory laps before, but not usually a 3.5.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say,
Sorry.
said there's only so much you can do here at this point as we wrap this one up. Let's go ahead and take a look at our results here.
All right.
Good Lord. Those aren't the right results. Those are the practice results. All right, give me just a second, and we'll kind of wait and see if the feature results come up. Little nudge there from Trevor Earhart. And there's our top 3 right there.
Nice. Oh, he's gonna bump him too. Behave yourselves.
Oh no, that's okay. That's the good job tap.
Ah.
Yeah, that is
like
man. I couldn't run you down, and me. If I were Justice Murphy, that'd be a you wish you could have touched me tap.
Oh.
Because man, he went in just so far.
Yeah,
so far ahead as these guys line up here for the final bit. There we go.
Oh, what a nice shot.
Yeah, good job by all these drivers here so far. I think Justice Murphy's going to go ahead and fry the tires off here as we'll keep an eye on him on the track.
We should.
Oh, he does not. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our race results here. Justice Murphy with a 10.8-second lead over Trevor Earhart, Grant Thorpe, Rader, Sommer, Gilbert, Johnson, Sirkovich, Nick Alves, another top 10, and Alex Brube comes away with the final of that top 10 there was. Brandon Richardson comes 11th, Tay McDonald, Romney, Bennett, Orlando, Buell, and Jeremy Burns down to 17th. John Fike 18th, Alex Kenton 19th, and James Loveland ends up battling it out there right there toward the end. Awesome job there. We'll talk with some of our guys in the chat here just a little bit. But let's talk to our winner out there for the random $20. Let's take a chat here with Tay McDonald and see if we can have a little conversation with him. Let's see, Tay McDonald. Let me see if you were unmuted here, buddy. Let me see if we can get a hold of him here. Might have a little trouble. Hold on here, Stella. All right, Tay McDonald, you got a copy on me here, bud?
Yes, sir. Hey, Patrick.
All right, bud. Dude, hey, it looks like you are the random winner here tonight of the $20. How's it feel?
Great. Well, I guess it's good, but didn't have a good race. But I appreciate Racing Revolution for doing this for us.
Hey, a 12th place finish, man. Definitely awesome job. Right now, I see you sitting 14th in the playoff rundown. Definitely, it's going to work out well, seeing that I think you placed above Alex Kenton. You did. And I think Brandon Richardson was the next one you needed to chase down. But that playoff is getting closer and closer here, man. How do we kind of run this down?
Well, I'm kind of looking forward to Homestead next week. I think tires are going to be key there. And then we got Daytona the following week, which is up for grabs. Anybody can win that. So not the way I want to get into the playoffs, but I'm feeling okay about it, I guess. Definitely had some mulligans during the season that could have worked out better, and I wouldn't be in this situation. But it is what it is, and we'll go make the best out of these next two.
All right, man. Well, we still got a lot of charging to do. I know Iowa didn't work out for you, man, but it was still good battle here, good battle there. But, hey, man, we head to Homestead. How confident you feeling there? I mean, Daytona's anybody, but we got Homestead in the middle. How you feeling all right at that track?
I'm fairly confident. I think, like I said, I think tires are going to be key, and I've been putting in practice, to save tires and do what I can here and there. But I'm pretty confident at Homestead, so hopefully we can pull out a win.
All right, Tay McDonald. Well, I wasn't able to get any shout-outs from you there on Iowa night, so go ahead and give them to me today.
Well, thank you, first and foremost, for putting us on display every week. Thank my grandma Linda for being supportive, and my mom Tish, and Racing Revolution for allowing us to do this weekly. So thank you guys.
All right. Oh, your mom, Linda? That's who's in my chat. All right, man.
No, that's my grandma.
Oh, grandma. Oh, my bad, bud. I was like, okay. Now I like being able to put names with people. That way I know who they belong to. All right, Tay McDonald. Great job getting that Echo Fastener Ford 73 into a top 15 position here tonight, bud. And we'll catch up with you next week.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right, everybody. That's going to do it here for Mr. Tay McDonald here. Let's go hold on just a second and see if we can catch up with some of our drivers here. and kind of see what in the world happened here for that last lap. Definitely want to make sure we take a moment and get a good angle of what these guys did out there on the track here tonight. Third place finisher here tonight. Third, let's see, Grant Thorpe is our driver who got it done here. Grant Thorpe, you got a copy on here, bud?
I got you.
All right, Grant Thorpe, dude, talk to me about the race here tonight.
It was fun. I put in a lot of work over the last week, I guess. Me and guys on the team all kind of worked together, put up some sessions and practiced a bunch. So I'm glad it paid off.
All right, man. Definitely, it worked out well here so far. You're sitting 9th in the points. Definitely, I know you're going to want to win to make 100% sure you are locked in. It looks like you got a pretty decent gap, so A-okay. But, hey, no missing races for you, right?
No, I shouldn't be missing any. If I do, it'll be a surprise to me.
All righty here, Grant. Well, interesting to see. What was the toughest part here about the Daytona Roval?
Honestly, well, from a track perspective, it's definitely turn 1 and the front stretch chicane that's only there for NASCAR. But really, mentally, it was just not pushing myself over the limit, trying to keep up with Justice. We worked a bunch over the last week. He just put together some phenomenal laps. I wasn't quite able to match his speed, so I'm happy for him to get the win, lock himself into the playoffs, and I'll have a run at him again here in a couple weeks at COTA.
All right, yes, COTA, where the All About Bugs again will be running for that. So that's definitely gonna be another one for you to kind of try to lock up here, Grant. Hopefully Team BDE is kind of able to continue on this charge here so far. Justice Murphy had a top 3 finish last week and now a win here tonight. We're kind of waiting for your turn here, bud. When are we going to see a win out of you? Any track you feel confident at?
I don't know. I typically get my wins by outsmarting people, but I haven't been able to do that yet. So maybe we'll be able to pull one out here soon on speed, and I don't have to outsmart people.
All right. Well, hopefully you are able to kind of retain the name, the fuel calculator for a reason here. You still got a little bit of the season left to go here, but Grant, give me your shout-outs here, bud.
Really just teammates, Justice, Blake wasn't able to make it, Peyton wasn't able to make it, Jacob, Bennett, really those guys, we've been racing together a bunch over last couple of years, really, so it's just been fun to go together and race with them. I wish they all could have made it tonight, but I'm happy the guys that did were here, and we had a great time.
All right, Grant Thorpe, great job tonight, bud. I can't wait to see that 77 Chevrolet at Homestead next week.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
All right, everybody, Grant Thorpe, that is going to move us to our second place finisher, Trevor Earhart. He put up a hell of a fight here tonight, but still a long way to go to see if he can run him down, really. Trevor, what would have been the secret here to kind of get Justice Murphy under your behind you here?
Oh, I have no idea, man. Justice put in a ton of work. I got to give a huge shout out to his team and those guys. I ran some practice sessions with them, and he was the quickest in the practice, and wasn't much I could do. Gotta say he's a hack though. Wasn't sharing his secrets, so it is what it is. But no, it just it was a good race overall. I mean, didn't make a lot of mistakes. I knew coming in he was going to be the guy to beat. But this was a good rebound for the team. We had some bad races the last couple of weeks. Got caught up in a couple incidents. So happy to be back up here in second place and heading into Homestead next week.
All right, man. Well, definitely, I'm happy to see you kind of. I will admit, calm down a little bit. I was nervous about what may or may not have happened last week with Alex Berube. I know that's kind of a sketchy area there, but I could see the frustration out there on the track.
The whole incident with Berube last week, it's a racing thing. In the moment, was I a little heated? I was, but it is what it is. I left the hole open. He took advantage of it, and we met in the middle. But hey, we moved on. Haven't had an issue with Alex in the past, and I don't foresee any issues with him going forward. And then here tonight, it was just about running a clean race, and to be honest with you, with about 8 to go, I knew I didn't have a shot at catching Justice and felt like I was making too many mistakes, and turned on a little Spotify and started listening to some music with about 8 to go and just kind of made it to the end of the race. And, hey, it worked out for me, and we go on to Homestead next week.
Oh yeah, and I'm fairly certain that is sponsored by the Earhart Group, is it not?
It is going to be sponsored by the Earhart Group. Hoping to have a special paint scheme for that race next week. So we'll hopefully be able to get that car into victory lane. If not, then put on a good show for the Earhart Group and everybody involved in that operation, and see what we can do.
Alrighty, I definitely hope so, man. I'll be looking forward to it. Here at Homestead will be next. Are we sponsoring that race due to our confidence level?
Yeah, I wanted to actually sponsor Coda because Coda is one of my favorite tracks, but Justice beat me to it again. Just an absolute animal that man is. Just can't stand his guts. But no, I really wanted to do Coda, but Homestead's another one of my favorite tracks to go race at. Had good success there, so we'll go out there, we'll put on a show, and hopefully walk away with a win.
All right, man. Definitely give me your shout outs here, man. I gotta hear them.
Shout out to you guys as always for the broadcast. You and Stella do a great job every week. Shout out to all the admins, everybody in the league for coming on. I know road courses aren't everybody's fortes, but great turnout tonight. Looking forward to next week. Shout out to the Earhart Group for being on the side of the car as always, and for the sponsorship next week. Black Rifle Coffee, my favorite coffee, the best coffee out there. All my friends and family, my mom, my dad watch every week. My grandma, grandfather, they watch every week. My nephew started watching last week. I don't know if he was able to make it this week, but shout out to all my family and friends that watch every week. All About Bugs for sponsoring this race. Ultimate Siding and Guttering, Chapman Environmental Services, Butt Kicker, all our sponsors that help us put on this league every weekend. As much as I've ragged on him, I could give a shout out to Justice. I mean, he ran a heck of a race, had us all covered tonight. It's a long time coming for him to get a win. He's been fast all season, so got to give him a shout out for putting on a dominating performance tonight.
All righty, man. We'll definitely keep an eye out for you next week. Hey, tell everybody who is watching you out here racing, out here in the chat. I only see Terry out here rooting you on, man.
So Terry, my dad, he watches every week with my mom. I'm pretty sure they put it up on the TV in the living room. My dad's parents, my grandparents down in Houston, they watch every week when they can. My aunt and uncle, I'm pretty sure they tune in from time to time. My nephew down in Austin tunes in. Big supporters. They enjoy watching. I've put my dad in the rig once before. It was pretty fun to watch him try to muscle the car around the track. But I'm just so happy to have the support from my family. They tune in. They really enjoy watching me race. So it's nice to have their support, especially with them being on the side of the car and sponsoring next week.
Alrighty. Definitely it's harder than it looks, man. But we'll catch up with you another time there, Trevor. Fantastic job tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you all. Thank you. You have a good one.
You too. All right, everybody.
That's pretty amazing when you got somebody. I'm from the outside here. I watch them. Some of these turns, I'm holding my breath. And this dude is listening to Spotify?
Yeah, he has enough time to tune in. Yes, that is exactly what I was going to say. He had enough time to tune in here to keep this one underway. And definitely he was able to keep that under wraps. But let's go ahead and talk to our race winner here tonight. Finally, long time coming. Needed to happen, and it did happen. Justice Murphy here. Dude, you've got it. You won it. And finally, the weight's got to be off your shoulders by this point.
Yeah, it's nice locking into the playoffs, man. That's the thing I was worried about the most. Obviously, just always great to end up in victory lane, too, in a race that you're a sponsor of. So we love that as well.
Yeah, man, definitely. Kind of what was the key? I don't know 110%, but I noticed from the outside looking in, Section 3 was your fastest time, where you picked up 0.4 of a second every single lap. What were we doing different than everybody else wasn't?
I guess from the look of it, man, we ran a lot of practice laps this week, but for whatever reason, I always seemed to be kind of the smoothest on the brake, which allowed me to carry a ton of speed. Kind of around turn 6 back up on the oval 1 and 2. So that seemed to be a big difference. But really, I mean, as crazy as it sounds, like the end of the stage and then into the race, I was so far out there. I told my teammates, I was like, I'm my own worst enemy here. The only person who can have the field catch me is myself. So it was just about kind of putting in cruise control, staying smooth on the brake, getting around the corner, and then once you're kind of around and get the car going straight forward, you pretty much just get back on the gas and take off.
Alrighty, dude. I'm telling you, when you go back and watch the broadcast on this one, I am so beside myself and so happy that you were able to bring home the win here tonight, because over and over and over again, you've had that opportunity and it's just been stripped from you. Last week was a third place finish. Tonight's a win. We got Homestead and Daytona coming up. Talk me through it.
Oh man, Homestead will be fun. This car is super loose, kind of at the beginning of the runs at Homestead, so it'll be about survival at the beginning of the run, and then I think you'll start to see cars move around the track more as the right rear starts to wear out. They got to find somewhere they can wear the right front out, so that'll be key. I know in the NIS race earlier in the season, I kind of would run like 15, 20 laps down around the bottom and then start to migrate my way up, and that was kind of how I made up time. But then we come back here, except we race on the oval, and that'll be you know how that can be. That'll be a show for sure. You never know who could win, man. You could see a surprise guy like himself in the playoffs. We got guys that are very, very good at the super speedways that maybe don't get as much credit everywhere else. They're just kind of solid, hanging around, mid-pack, maybe 8th, 9th, 10th on back, and then they'll show up there, man, and they know who to work with, who knows where to go. So it'll be fun to watch. I think that'll be kind of your most exciting race of the regular season, and then we'll get into the playoffs and see what happens.
All right, well, that does lock you into the playoffs for sure, man. Definitely got him excited. And when you're talking about drivers hanging in the back, I can think of one that is a teammate, Michael Bennett. I know his time's waiting, man. I know I am for certain if he gets in front of you guys, you all are going to push him. There's no passing. You're going to try to push that 14 to get him to squeeze through.
Absolutely, man. Hey, I'd love nothing more than to see any of my boys win, man. Jacob, who had a good run going tonight, finished 8th. Bennett had a good run going, kind of lost right there at the end, but he was going to finish somewhere in the top 10. But those guys, man, they worked hard the last week, pushing with me and Grant, and Trevor joined us in some practices. So it's always good. You always hear the term iron sharpens iron. So anytime me and Trevor can get in these practice sessions and road course racing together, we know that's kind of going to be our standard. So what can we do against each other? And then it kind of allowed them to kind of stack up, and man, they got quicker and quicker and quicker, and we saw it kind of in practice today. Jacob was up there, Bennett was up there, Grant. Of course, Grant finishes 3rd in the race, man. Grant's dangerous around this track. He'll be good, man, if he gets into the playoffs, which nobody's quite mathematically locked in yet, but he's close. Man, if Grant gets in there, Grant's sneaky dangerous, man. He may win a couple.
All right, well, Coda, I know if in the playoffs, that's definitely going to be, I definitely expect a shootout between you and Trevor. Trevor's kind of calling his shot almost, saying you got the sponsor on it, but he wants it. And so his confidence level has got to be feeling pretty high on that track, and yours as well.
Oh, yeah. We both love Coda, man. We had the back and forth, actually, about who was going to sponsor it earlier in the season. So I know he thinks I'm a hack. I heard that in the interview. He said that. I told him, I said, maybe I should show him I'm wearing the hack shirt. That's kind of one of my things. Obviously, big fan of the 12 cars. You can see kind of behind me, a big Blaney fan. That's why I run the 12. But Bowman is one of those guys, man. He's one of the most interesting guys in NASCAR, if you ask me. So, but yeah, we'll have fun with it. And I think the first thing he told me is he wasn't going to let me bust his, at Coda when we got there.
All right, man. Definitely awesome job here tonight, man. I'm so glad you got the win. I am so glad. This now locks you in, and if we did that survey before for fantasy, right now I'm batting almost 1,000% right now of who was going to make the top 12. So, all right, Justice, go ahead and give me your shout-outs button. Let's get you rested up for Homestead.
Yeah, man, big shout out to you guys for the broadcast, the race sponsorship that y'all give us, SimTrax. Y'all put on a great show, not just on Wednesdays, man. If people want to watch, they need to go watch you on Tuesdays and Thursdays, kind of these other nights you broadcast, man. You're awesome. Anybody that needs a broadcaster should be looking at you. Also, Chapman Environmental Services. They've been a great sponsor the last couple seasons and love having them around. Ultimate Siding and Guttering, which is our buddy David, the 52 car. It's his family business, and then we got Butt Kicker on board, man. We love Butt Kicker, and then of course the race sponsor, All About Bugs, and of course the car sponsor, All About Bugs. Nice to get this All About Bugs Camaro in Victory Lane. Hope to be up here again visiting in the next few weeks.
Alrighty, and speaking of visiting them, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, from my general location, Sevierville's less than about an hour from me, so definitely you guys are within range, so I might be able to see the service manager over there and see what he's got going on.
Heck yeah, you know who to call if it's bugging you. You should be bugging us, buddy.
All right, Justice Murphy, I will catch up with you next week, bud. Great job tonight.
Yeah, thank you, Patrick.
All right, Stella, and that is going to lock it up for us here tonight. Definitely a great job by all our drivers out here for the finale. That got it done. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Definitely a good run. Murphy, Earhart, Thorpe, 1, 2, and 3. Rader, Sommer, Caleb Gilbert. Parker Johnson in the 7th. Jacob Sirkovich, 8th. Nick Alves, 9th. And Berube coming in 10th. Great job by all these guys. Next week, for the Racing Revolution, we head to Homestead for the Earhart Group 200 there. That's going to be an awesome race there. Definitely expect a lot of bumping and banging there, but man, just not 1 inch left for some of these guys who are in the top. Homestead will have 134 laps, stage break at 40, and then staying at Daytona in Florida at Daytona for December 21st. So we'll have Homestead on the 14th, December 21st on the after that, and then we'll be off for a couple weeks as these guys get rounded up for the playoffs. So that should mean something to all of you guys, Stella, as we kind of run this one down here. You kind of who's kind of the sleeper out there? Who are you expecting to kind of make that late break into the playoffs?
Could be a lot of people actually. I know you're pulling for Bennett. I do not have my sheet in front of me as to who's in that top 7, but is Tate McDonald in there?
No, Tay McDonald's just outside. Yeah, Tay McDonald's sitting right now 42 points behind Brake.
I'm gonna put my money there.
All right. Well, hopefully we see Tay McDonald and that 73-4 battle his way up to the front. 12th place finish tonight. He's got 2 races to see if he can get it done. But once again, thank you everybody from Patrick Morrison and Stella. Stella here in the broadcast booth for the Racing Revolution League. Guys, we will catch up with you next week. Finale for Graceland is actually tomorrow, actually on Saturday, so guys, tune in for that. We'll be at Daytona there as well, so I don't think I'm going anywhere, Stella. I'm going to be in Florida for probably the next month here, but that is not too bad. Plenty of great tracks down here. So, guys, be well, be safe, be kind, and I'll catch you guys next time.